Hello, this is Matthew Robert Payne. This is the Liberation Mountain, Part 59, and this is where we interview saints and people from heaven. And we're going to do an interview with a person from heaven. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please excuse me if I'm not 100% today. And I'll pass you over to Tolu.
Thank you, Matthew. And we welcome you, Papa. We welcome you, Jesus, Holy Spirit, the inhabitant of heaven, the inhabitant of earth. Especially welcome you, Bethany, June, and Diana. So, who are we speaking to today? Of course, we're speaking to Papa today, Matthew.
Of
So,
course.
yeah, of course, because we didn't see.
You missed him on Sunday,
Yeah, so it needs
and
to be
we
covered.
didn't speak to him yesterday.
Yeah.
So you got him on pause, and you want to talk to him.
Yes, I want to speak to him. And I will try and ask easy questions, Matthew, just for your sake.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, eh?
Yeah, we will make it happen by God's grace. There's no doubt. We're not sowing the seed of doubt. We're confident. The good thing is we don't have even up to an hour, Matthew. So maybe that makes you happy. Hello, Papa.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you as well?
Yeah. You just got 55 minutes to talk to me today.
Yeah, what do you think about that, Papa? Half is better than none, isn't it?
Well, when you got less time, it can be more concentrated. It can be
So,
more profound with less talking, more profound.
wow, Papa, I love more talking, not less talking. I
Yeah.
love when there's so much time. Wow. How are you feeling today, Papa? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, but you sort of stabilized my moods through Matthew. So he's uh, he's a bit shaky on his feet today.
Oh, that's okay, Matthew. We'll just have just a natural conversation today, Papa. We'll just have conversation, something that is easy on Matthew. Is that okay, Papa?
Yeah, that will be okay, I assume.
Okay. Well, let's start with the first question. What do you think is the greatest misunderstanding humanity has about you?
That I'm angry. No, there's many misunderstandings. People think I'm judgmental, ruthless, angry, got a short fuse, that I don't put up with sin. I stomp sin out, that I don't let sinners into heaven. There's a whole lot of misunderstandings about who I am. It's not just one thing.
Wow. Do you discuss that with people that have just come from hell that are now in heaven? Do you discuss all of those things? Do they question you on all of these misunderstandings for clarity?
They know that I'm a wonderful God because I let them out.
Wow.
So, you know, if someone's been beaten all their life, if you stop beating them, it takes a while for them to adjust to the fact that they're not being beaten for a while. They're a bit skittish, and it's true of the people come out of hell. Some of them are sort of wondering when they are going to go back, but most of them are convinced they're here forever, and most of them are secure and have got wonderful questions and have become good friends.
Wow. So there's still that doubt that they're not sure they're going to have this life forever.
For
because they've
10% of them,
wow.
90% of them are convinced of where they are. So I just thought I'd give you the whole picture.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate you, Papa, giving me the whole picture. Wow. So what makes you happy about these people?
They're genuine. Uh, they they made their decisions to be evil, and they made their decisions based on what they were presented with and what they were offered, and uh, they uh, they chose a certain path and suffered for it, and now they choose a different path. They're liberated and feel so happy and so overjoyed that there's no more suffering. And we haven't detected, June hasn't detected any of them that want to cause rebellion in heaven.
We haven't what, Papa? I think the signal went off there.
June hasn't detected any of them that want to cause rebellion in heaven. That they're all on our side. They're all happy and they're all motivated to
Wow.
grow.
Wow. Wow. What makes man evil, Papa?
Um, Temptation, mainly from Satan, that gets into people and has them make decisions. It's a very big question uh, for Matthew, and yeah, it deserves a longer answer.
It deserves a longer answer. Is
Yeah,
that what
but
you
Matthew's not up to answering that one. That's too much of a big question for him at the moment.
Okay, so we have to bring in baby questions today. Oh wow, Matthew. Why is recognition okay? Let me actually don't let me ask that one because it might be big for Matthew. What role does humility play in spiritual growth?
It plays a crucial role uh, to be in a state where you think you need help, to be in a place where you feel that you're not as good as other people, that there's place to grow, there's opportunity to improve yourself. If you approach situations in that pose, in that state of mind, in
Mm,
true humility, then we can work with you. If you think you know it, think you know it all, you go to a conference about a subject you're interested in, but you go in there thinking that you know it all and you know as much as the people lecturing. What's the point of you even going there if you think you know it all? And that's a situation where a lot of people find themselves they're all knowing and prideful and self sufficient and they're self righteous about the things they think they know, and they don't have humility and openness to learning, and so they don't learn. And someone who approaches the same conference with with hunger and openness will learn a lot more from the same speakers. The same speakers will speak. It'll be the same subject. It'll be exactly the same information. One will go away and learn in leaps and bounds. The other one will just have the information bounce off them with them assuming that they already know. So humility is often needed for spiritual growth. It's not always needed. You can have
mm,
confidence and you can have assurance and you can be sure of what you know and still spiritually grow. That can be a form of iron sharpening iron, but many times humility can really benefit you as you grow. And you can grow further and further in your knowledge and have the spiritual discipline to remain humble, to remain open, to remain teachable, and that's a state that Matthew finds himself in. He brings our voice, brings our information, brings information from God and other saints in heaven who've been in heaven thousands of years, and there's lots of new information and important information and life-changing information that comes through. But he just sits here and listens to us speak and learns things from time to time, but he doesn't think himself too great and too understanding to stop the flow of information coming.
So it has taken humility from Matthew to be able to do this.
Yes.
Wow. Does Matthew know he's humble?
Yeah, him answering that would sort of go against being humble, but yes, he does know he's humble in many respects.
Wow. Wow. Am I
Humility
humble?
is not thinking too high of yourself and having parts of yourself willing to grow and to be teachable.
Wow. Do you think I'm humble, Papa? Am I humble?
No, not really. You're a bit narrow-minded.
So narrow-minded makes me prideful.
Yeah, you're
Essentially.
a bit prideful, and Ronald will answer that question. Just think I'm humble.
Oh my. Yeah. Hmm.
Ronald, do you think Tolu's humble? Answer in the comments.
That's where Matthew wants to dodge the answer. Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Wow. Well, I guess humility, it's a journey, isn't
You've,
it? It's not
you've
something
been
you are.
you've been learning things from time to time and letting things go. You're quite humble. It's just hard for Matthew to be put in a position to speak on behalf of me and tell you if you're humble. It's it's like saying, "Am I pretty?" or "Am I gorgeous?" or "Do I have great fashion?" Asking for a compliment about yourself isn't always the thing that he can bring forth.
Yeah, Papa, it's just good to know whether I'm humble.
Well,
Well,
you can be pretty sure that you are.
yeah, in some aspects. Wow. You know, Papa, I don't mind even if someone say I'm prideful. It's okay to be prideful sometimes, but it's okay to be humble as well. So maybe both coexist within me as well. I don't know. But I try my best, Papa. I try my best to listen. Once I know that I've done something wrong and I'm able to understand, I receive that. But if I don't understand, that's the problem. I can continue arguing until I have a better clarity. So, Papa, what has been like for you to be humanity's closest companion and yet often feel like his greatest stranger?
I haven't been humanity's greatest companion.
You haven't.
Re- humanity doesn't really understand me, so I'm a stranger to humanity. In many cases, people don't really know me.
I mean, you think, actually, let me rephrase it. You are close to us, but we still see you as a stranger. So, aren't you close to us at all, Papa? even if I don't know you, aren't you close to me?
Um,
You understand what I mean?
I understand what you mean, but I don't feel close to humanity.
Hmm. Wow.
It's because of their distance from me. I don't feel celebrated. I don't feel welcomed. I
Wow.
don't feel loved. I don't feel appreciated. Uh, Matthew was talking to me about his cyber friends and how they constantly use him and just want him for money, and
Yeah.
they constantly let him down, and he's got to come to the opinion that he's just going to be forever wasting his money. And it's not so much a waste of money because he's got money to spend, I suppose, but it's the fact that none of them really want to be his friend. None of them really want to be friendly to him. And I was saying to him, the world treats me like a man on cyber friend. They they just use me up, and they just want what I can give them, but they don't want to be friends.
Wow. What you said there, Papa, is profound.
Yeah, it just gives Matthew a greater understanding of the position that I'm in because, it's like the world is full of cyber friends and I keep on paying my money, but no one wants to be my friend.
Wow. You said you don't feel loved by humanity. That's what you said, isn't it, Papa?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought you were still close in a way, even though we might not be aware, but I guess the reality. Do you think it's the Holy Spirit that is close then, or an angel?
It's the sort of thing that you can say Jesus is God, Jesus
Yeah,
is God's son, and Jesus is both God and man.
yeah.
Uh, and that can be true in a statement, but Matthew doesn't see Jesus as God. Matthew sees Jesus as my son. And so, on one instance, you think I'm close to humanity. On another instance, I say I'm not. Uh,
Wow.
and they're just two different ways of looking at the same thing. Um, yeah.
Or I guess.
Humanity may fall apart if I didn't love them, but I certainly wouldn't say I'm close to them.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
They can't tell me anything about myself. They can't. You know, I get 99.99999% of humans couldn't do a 1 hour video about the aspects of me and what I'm really like. You know, less than 1/100th of 1% would be able to do a 1 hour video of 10 things I like about God and do a video about that. And it's because they don't know me. And, uh, and that's a shame. I've got the people that are close to me in heaven because they've decided to invest, the same as you may have finances and you may have developed wealth and you start to invest in the stock market and you spend time researching stocks and finding stocks that are from good companies that are going to grow, that they seem to have a good history in the company. And you take your time to research and you take your time to invest and you just don't invest willy-nilly. You just don't put your money anywhere. You take real time and effort to invest. And that's how it should be with me. People should take the time to research me and take the time to invest their time, invest their money, invest their communication with me, but they don't invest. I'm someone who they say that I'm part of their stock portfolio, but they've got no idea who I am.
Hmm. Papa, I'm going to expand on what you said there.
What are
In,
you going to expand? How are you going to expand what I said there?
maybe expand is the wrong word
It's
to say.
my own analogy. How are you going to expand on my analogy?
Because I've come to know you, Papa. You said something there, Papa. Like if you tell them to write 10 things about God, they would not. They will, Papa. But it might not be the true reflection of you. They'll bring the Bible and extract 10 things about you, God. But that is not that is not an information that's been gathered by having a direct relationship. That is information that's been extracted through researching of the Bible. So, in a way, but I understand what you mean, Papa, that they will not be able to tell you about the real God. So, invest as well, Papa. You said they don't invest. I understand what you mean as well by they don't invest. But they think they are investing, Papa. By going to church, by worshiping you. They think they are investing. So it's ignorance, isn't it, Papa?
Yeah, it's ignorance.
Because
It's
I
a
thought I
shame
was.
that doesn't. It's like them making cakes without putting the flour in. They're making cakes without the eggs. They're missing an ingredient.
Wow.
They're missing the main ingredient. They, 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 they're totally not aware. Like the Christian church are totally not aware that I want two-way conversations. That I want to talk to my creation. They're not aware of that. They're not aware that I can speak, and even when they hear that I can speak, they don't want anything to do with it because they think it's false. So I'm reduced to pages in the Bible and reduced to them praying one-way prayers to me and calling that relationship where I want to talk to them, I want to share things with them, I want to guide them, and I'm not allowed to do so because that doesn't play. I'm not playing by the rules of the game.
Wow.
It's like I'm uh, I'm the major stock of the stock portfolio, and I'm the CEO of the company, and I want to talk to the investor and say, we're going to make major changes in our company, and it's going to have a detrimental effect on our stock price next year. I just want to give you a warning because you've invested a lot of money in our stock. Maybe you want to diversify and move away from your holdings in our stock. Uh, as a CEO of a company, I've got the right to do that to one of the people who've invested a lot of money. But in that portfolio, it would make sense. In that scenario, it would make sense. But when it comes to people and their investment in things that are religious, I'm not allowed to talk.
Wow. 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 So you're searching for a relationship with your children, and they are not aware of that.
Yeah, they're not aware, and uh, there's uh, there's a stupidity among Christians. There's like an ignorance among Christians where certain Christians have heard that other Christians are in touch and can hear from me, but
Mm.
they think that's false teaching and that's full of error, and they think the people that can actually hear from me are basically mentally ill, and so got half the Christian church that don't believe I can speak, and many of the Christian church who believe I can speak are deceived also. So I've just got a whole lot of people who spend their time and invest their time doing religious things, but they don't actually know me, and that upsets me.
Wow, 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 wow. It's a big problem, isn't it, Papa?
It's a huge problem. It's the problem.
Wow. How can one resolve this? How can you ever resolve this, Papa?
Well, we've even seen what happens to followers of mine that come to heaven and don't conform. We've even seen what happens to them. So it's seems to be an issue that can't be easily resolved. The people from other faiths come to know me and come to understand me and come to accept me. But people who are grown up are supposedly following me and understanding me and my ways reject me, and because they don't reject me, but they reject what needs to be done to draw close to me. And
Mhm.
what got them ejected is they didn't want to know me. They didn't want to talk to me. They didn't want to communicate with me. And finally reached a stage where they're an annoyance to myself and an annoyance to everyone in heaven. And so that's a sad thing.
Wow, wow. So most of your children basically treat you like a vending machine, Papa.
Yeah,
They have this transactional relationship like Matthew has with his cyber friends. You pay me, then I'm here for you. The moment you stop paying me, then I'm no longer here for you.
yeah,
That's not a relationship, isn't it?
no.
Even hide, I'm not a God. I'm not interested in those kind of relationship. That's why I'm friendless, because a lot of them come with an agenda. So you've got majority of your children having relationship with you with an agenda. Basically. Basically, Papa.
Yeah.
Wow. That's very difficult to deal with every day. Not knowing who is here for love or who is here to take advantage of you.
And Matthew can't tell who's a pretender and a fake friend when he starts following a girl or starts talking to a girl. He's not to know. And the conclusion of speaking after a couple of hundred girls is that none of them are interested in rent a cyber friend has the wrong name because they're not friends. They don't
Hmm.
become friends. So the renter, rent a cheap whore might be a better name for the website. And Matthew's found that, and I find that myself. I don't run a discernment check on people when they start speaking to me. I accept them at their word, and most often they let me down.
Wow. It's sad for you to say you don't feel loved. And I understand, Papa. I know that you don't feel loved by humanity. Even Matthew does not feel love. If Matthew that they can see does not feel love, Papa, how are you ever going to be loved by humanity that can recognize you?
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard concept to answer, and it's hard to understand. and uh, the people of God just shouldn't be called the people of God because they're not really my people. Uh,
Wow. They're not really your people, but they are your creation.
yeah, but so are people of other religions. People of other religions, like most Buddhists, are closer to me than a Christian is. A Christian just performs spiritual duties,
Mm.
and they're brainwashed into thinking they're a child of God. But most Buddhists are more loving and more obedient to the way of the New Testament than most Christians.
Wow. Do you ever disown your children?
Now I've got permanent love for them.
Wow.
The
So you,
Christians that went to hell, basically, uh, uh, you could say they've been disowned, but they've still got an
mm,
opportunity to repent, but they're just being stubborn about it.
wow. So you just find joy in the few that stays.
I find my joy in the other faiths and the people that have come out of hell, and
Mm.
I try and remove that burden in my heart that was the Christian mountain.
Wow. Wow.
People like June, Matthew's mother, and friends of hers that stayed, they bring me joy. And
Wow.
you know, if fruit is bad, it's got to be thrown out. It can't be left
Mm,
in the fruit bowl just because you love it.
mm. That's to be chucked away. Wow.
If something's annoying you in your tooth, you get a toothpick and take it out rather than leave it in your tooth. I thought I'd bring up that analogy again, seeing as you haven't heard it very often.
Matthew's now favorite analogy. Wow.
Does that get repeated in the analogy books 5 times?
Oh wow. Yeah, probably. Probably. I need to extract some analogies for you, Papa, especially from this session. Wow. Do you read those analogies, Papa?
Yeah, I read all your books.
Wow.
You're my wife, and I'm your devoted husband, and
Oh,
I take a big interest in everything you do.
oh, thank you, Papa.
I actually listen when you're doing the chapters of your modern book.
Wow. You mean the one with King Solomon?
Yeah,
Do you
I
like?
actually come to Matthew's house and I watch you deliver them. And the people from Earth that are listening, they see me and they talk to me while you're talking. And I say, you can talk to me when Matthew's talking. I'm listening to Tolu at the moment.
Wow, Papa, that's so good. I love that. Oh my God, Papa, you're so loyal.
Yeah, well, you showed me a lot of love and affection, and
Oh,
you understand me, and I'm I'm investing into my best investment.
oh, Papa,
Does that
thank
line up with what Gabriel said?
Matthew. Yeah, Gabriel says so many nice things, but Papa, I don't like to receive them, but now I'm growing. I'm learning to receive. That it's okay to receive compliment. Wow. Yeah, Papa, because you're such a treasure to me. And I cherish my treasures. I don't stamp on them. I keep them really well. Wow. It's interesting. I have enjoyed this conversation, even though Matthew was really down. But I am enjoying this conversation with you, Papa. But at the same time, I'm sad that you've got so many children that don't love you. A creator of heaven and earth saying, I don't feel love. That's huge. Don't you
They
think?
they don't know that they don't love me. They're in
Yeah,
such ignorance
yeah,
that they think what they're doing pleases me. They honestly think worshiping me and doing one-way prayers and reading their Bible and doing all those religious spiritual duties. They
yeah.
think that they're serving me and I've got a great relationship with me, and they hear my Holy Spirit say things, and they hear pastors say things, and they live in this bubble which makes them think that they've got a close relationship with me. And it's just not true, but all of them believe the same thing, so they have this uh, they have this bias, that they have
Mm,
confirmation bias of everything they see, everything they consume is based on this confirmation bias that they have, and they believe they're doing the right thing. And if you talk to 100 uh, preachers that all say the same thing, that the things you need to do to be close to God are these things, and very rarely would they say you're not really close to God or Jesus until you're
mm.
having two-way conversations with them. And because it's not popular and it's not accepted and it's not the norm, no one really shares it, no one really preaches it, no one really walks in it.
Wow. It's
I
really
just got to
sad.
go to the toilet.
Yes, Matthew, that's fine. Come back with Rema, Matthew.
Come back with Raymond. When it comes to relationship, if
Yeah,
a bucket full of water was the people in relationship with
yeah,
me,
yeah.
you and Matthew are like a drop in the bucket of the people who are close to me.
Wow. Just a drop.
One in a million.
Wow.
It's not as though it's not possible, but not a lot of people would believe it.
Mm.
As evidenced by the amount of people that follow your videos.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because there's a
100%.
lot of people who've tuned in over the years, but never tuned in again.
Mm. Why? It's too raw for them?
It's too unbelievable.
Wow. Wow. God has to be in a certain way. They only see God in one way. And anything outside of that perception is not true. God sits on his throne all the time, and he rules all the time, and is in charge all the time. I remember asking you, Papa, that it's something about, yeah, I said, are you in, I've forgotten what I said. I just assumed through that question that I phrased, I assumed that you were in charge of things that is happening in the heaven and on earth. And you said, Tolu, I'm never in charge. That was so jarring, Baba. I was a little bit perplexed there because I'm thinking, am I serving a God that is not in charge? So who is in charge? But I understand what you meant. You rule by love. You don't rule by force. You want people to love you naturally because they truly, truly, truly love you. But I guess we don't know how to love. Christians don't know how to love because we've never been taught the true way to love you, to love you, and to love people around you as well. It's interesting, isn't it, Papa?
Yes, it is interesting that people aren't aware of true love. People
Mm.
in the secular world understand love
Yeah,
better than people who have
abs-
been brainwashed in the
absolutely,
Christian world. And
absolutely.
uh, people in the non-Christian world, in the secular world, just call it love and understanding and kindness to give a fellow person some charity and give them help. Uh,
Yeah,
Christians see that as fruit, see themselves as doing something spectacular
yeah,
when all it is being light. And Christians are commanded to share their light, but they actually hide it under a bushel. They
absolutely.
hide it under a bucket. They walk around in their own homes and meeting with their Christian friends and having Christian communities and Christian groups. And they
Yeah,
all hide their light together when they go out in public. They don't share their light and don't share their love. And the modern
yeah,
Christian thinks Christian preaching is telling a person they need to say this prayer or they'll go to hell. Where, having an understanding like Matthew is just being a beautiful person to people and allowing
yeah,
your light to shine. So um,
yeah.
people people misunderstand my church because my church misunderstands me.
They do. They don't understand you, Papa, because I look at a country, for instance, like Nigeria, that is heavily, heavily religious. Heavily religious. You're either a Christian or a Muslim. There's some spiritualists as well, but a lot of the percentage is either a Christian or Muslim. And that is the same country that so many atrocities are going on a daily basis. I remember reading on Facebook yesterday somebody saying, since their abduction of these little young girls as young as 1 year or 2 years old, with the teachers and the principal has occurred for about 2 weeks now. None of these general overseers of massive churches have come out to appease to the government to do something or to even say, we are going to rescue them. They're all quiet.
Yeah,
So where is the demonstration of love?
yeah,
Because it's not happening to their family. So they don't, it doesn't matter, even though it's their church member. So it's so sad, Papa. How can you sleep as a overseer, or what do you call them? I've forgotten what they call them. General overseer. How can you sleep when that is happening right under your nose? So yes, Papa. Whereas you see a country that is not religious any longer, Like UK now, it's not really religious anymore. But you know, it's ruled by love. People know what love is. You don't need to be inside the church to know the definition of love. Love should be something we know naturally. But religion takes away that ability for you to love naturally because they teach you the wrong way of loving. So, Papa, I really, really love you and admire your bravery. Admire your transparency, your vulnerability throughout these conversations that we've been doing now for almost 3 years now. I've learned so much about you because you could have hid yourself away from us, but you wanted us to know you. You desire us to love you. And you tell us this is the situation. But of course, you always expect that maybe your children will come running. But they don't, they're still far away, isn't it? Majority are still far away because they're not interested in paying the price of what it takes to love you. They are in their Hawaii, like you always say, Papa.
Yeah, they're already in paradise, so they don't want to uh, do anything to disturb their paradise sort of life.
Yeah. And what father doesn't want his children to love him? But I'm so happy on the positive side, Papa, that you've got these so many children flooding in from hell that really wants to love you. And probably from paradise as well that wants to love you. So take joy in that, Papa. Thank you. It's been great speaking with you today. I know Matthew has really, really had to trust in you, but he really did well. Do you love him, Papa? How much do you love Matthew, Papa?
Yeah, I've been trying to convince Matthew to treat his wives in heaven as his cyber friends.
I tell
Spend
him.
spend his time speaking to them rather than logging on to cyber friend. But
Yeah.
he's sick-headed. He's gonna bang his head against the wall a lot to learn his lessons. But I really love him. I dearly love him, and I trust him. I trust him with my heart. I trust him with my message, and
Wow.
so
Wow.
uh, it's good to speak through him. It's good to know him. It's good to be his friend, and it's good for him to know someone as important as you.
Oh, Papa. Don't start, Papa. Don't start it. Oh my God. I just give you a big hug, Papa. I love you. Wow. Thank you, Papa. It's good hearing from you. I hope you have more friends from this conversation in heaven. Wow. Matthew, how are you feeling? Do you want me to use my 9 minutes or you want to stop now?
Let's stop now.
Okay. Thank you all. We all love you.
Thank you, everybody.